Hello, this is Mrs. Moslick, and it's Notes 8-4, Day 2, Trigonometry. So what we're going to do in this lesson is review from Day 1, Notes 8-4, and we're also going to use trigonometry, SOHCAHTOA, on special right triangles. To start this lesson, I want you to do the warm-up. So go ahead and pause this video, answer the question, then unpause the video, get out your red pen, and resume watching. Okay, you should be done with the problem, and go ahead with your red pen, see if the right answer, and the right answer is C. It is the same problem as in Notes 8-4. However, I changed the order of the options A, B, C, D, and E. I hope you got C. Remember, big side opposite big angle, small side opposite small angle. Okay, so we are dealing with trigonometry with special right triangles. We're going to start with 30-degree angles. So let's start with a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm going to draw eventually 3 right triangles. You know what? I'm going to do that right now so that you can organize your notes, and I will organize my notes as well. So I have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm going to do another 30, 60, 90 triangle. Ooh, that doesn't look to scale, but at least we'll label it. And then we'll do a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Again, sorry for my non-to-scale pictures. Okay, so what's important here is to remember that opposite 30 is your L, opposite 60 is L square root of 3, and opposite 90 is 2L. We'll do that on both of these triangles. Opposite 30 is L, opposite 60 is L square root of 3, and opposite the 90 is 2L. In a 45, 45, 90 triangle, the two legs are L's, and the hypotenuse is L square root of 2. So we're going to find sine, cosine, and tangent of 30. So I am going to take the first triangle and label, with respect to 30, our opposite, our hypotenuse, H, and our adjacent. Again, somewhere on your paper, write down SOHCAHTOA, your rule for trigonometry of right triangles, finding sides and angles of right triangles. So sine of 30 is O over H. So we have our opposite side is L, our hypotenuse side is 2L. The L's cancel, leaving us with 1/2. Now, because I'm out of space on here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to answer the first question. It says, use a special right triangle to express each trigonometric ratio as a fraction and as a decimal to the nearest hundredth to find the following. I will do the decimal later and show you the answers for that, just because this pen does not work very well. Cosine of 30 is ca, so that's A over H. My A side is L. My H side is, my A side is L square root of 3. My H side is 2L. The L's cancel, leaving us with the square root of 3 over 2. Again, we will eventually put that in our calculator and get a decimal value for square root of 3 over 2. Then tangent of 30 is TOA, O over A, and our O is L, and our A is L square root of 3. So we're going to review a little algebra, cancel the L's, and we have 1 over the square root of 3. Rationalize the denominator, so you will want to multiply numerator and denominator by the square root of 3. So our answer for tangent of 30 is the square root of 3 over 3. And again, we'll eventually put that in our calculators and find out the decimal equivalent for square root of 3 over 3. Okay, now we are ready for the sine, cosine, and tangent of 60 degrees. So let's take the middle triangle, and with respect to 60, let's label our sides. Opposite 60 is O, opposite the 90 is H, and opposite the 30, or the other third side, is A. So sine is O, so O over H. The O side is L square root of 3. The H side is 2L. The L's cancel, leaving us with the square root of 3 over 2. And again, we'll get a decimal approximation in the next screen. Cosine of 60 is ca, so A over H is L over 2L. The L's cancel, leaving us with 1/2. And then tangent of 60 is TOA, and O side in this green triangle is L square root of 3 over A side is L. The L's cancel, leaving us with the square root of 3. And lastly, sine, cosine, and tangent of 45. We're going to take our last triangle and circle either of the angles because both of them are 45 degrees. And L is my opposite side. Opposite side. I'm having technical difficulties here. Okay, hold on. Okay, so opposite the 45 is our O side. Opposite the hypotenuse is H, and the other side is A. So we have sine is so our O side is L over the H side is L square root of 2. Cancel the L's, and we have 1 over the square root of 2. We're going to do some algebra. Multiply numerator and denominator by 2. And we are left with, it looks like a big mess on mine. I'm so sorry. This is the square root of 2 over 2. Cosine is A over H, and our A side is L over L square root of 2. Oh, it's the same ratio as sine of 45. And we have the square root of 2 over 2. Go ahead in your calculator, put in sine of 45, enter, cosine of 45, enter. You should get the same number. It's about 0.71. And then finally, tangent of 45 is TOA, O over A. So our O side is L, our A side is L, and we have 1. Again, just put in your calculator, tangent of 45, you should get 1. Here are the decimal answers and written in a much better format than in my previous screen. So pause and write down the decimal values and verify it in your calculator. Do you know that sine of 30 in your calculator is 0.5? Put in cosine of 30 in your calculator. Are you getting 0.87? About tangent of 30 in your calculator. Are you getting about 0.58? Then try sine of 60. Sine of 60 about 0.87. Cosine of 60 about 0.5. Tangent of 60 about 1.73. So what we're doing is we're putting in the answer square root of 3 in our calculator and we get about 1.73, but you can check your answer by putting in tangent of 60 and you get that same number, 1.73. So do that on all of the rest of them. Okay, our back side, you may or may not remember from our previous notes on 8.4, the original trigonometry lesson, this back page is exactly the same as that page. And the reason for that is I want you to review your SOHCAHTOA. Remember, SOHCAHTOA is a way to remember finding sides and angles of a right triangle. So SOHCAHTOA is a mnemonic to memorize these formulas, 3 formulas, sine, cosine, and tangent. Go ahead and do example 2. Pause this video, then pick up your red pen and check your answers. Okay, you should have paused this video. You should be done with example 2, and now check the answer. Example 2, I've done A through H, and remember I have bonus on the bottom of this page because if you want to find L, you can use either sine, cosine, or tangent. The same thing applies when you want to find angle N. You could find inverse sine, inverse cosine, or inverse tangent of your angle. So to summarize, if you want to find a side of a right triangle, you're going to use sine, cosine, or tangent. If you want to find an angle of a right triangle, you're going to take the inverse sine, or an inverse cosine, or an inverse tangent. Example 3, you did it on lesson notes 8.4. Do it again, try it by yourself. Pause the video, then pick up your red pen and check your answers. Okay, unpause your video. If you're done, go ahead and check your answers. These are the answers for example 3. Example 4, go ahead and try this problem. Pause this video and do it. Okay, you should be done with example 4 and have your red pen out. You can check your answer on example 4.